Hi, my name is Josie Feeney, and this is my Unit 2 Sports Medicine project, and I did it on rotator cuff injury prevention. Starting off meeting my client is my dad, Jim. He is an active mountain biker, skier, and snowboarder. He also enjoys playing golf and doing a bunch of other activities that I probably do not have listed. And let's first start off with what a rotator cuff injury is, which is what he has. The rotator cuff is a group of muscles and tendons that hold your shoulder joint in place, and they allow you to move your arm and shoulder. Problems will occur when part of the rotator cuff becomes irritated or damaged. Injury to these muscles can cause shoulder instability, limited range of motion, decreased strength, and pain. These muscles consist of your supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and subscapularis. My dad has a partially injured rotator cuff, the supraspinatus, and previously, about 5 years ago, he also has an AC separation, and both of those are in his right shoulder. My goals for this program are to strengthen the rotator cuff in hopes of increasing his function and range of motion and reducing his pain with activities and movement. If my dad needs surgery in the future for his rotator cuff, I would also hope that this would act as a good prehab program for him to do before surgery to strengthen the surrounding muscles to decrease the recovery time after surgery. To start off, we just wanted to get some baselines. He's previously had testing done by a doctor confirming that he has a rotator cuff injury, but just for the sake of the project, I did the drop arm test. It was negative on his right and left side. He has a partial tear, so that makes sense. Pain, and I tested his range of motion with pain. Internal rotation on both sides, no pain, and then external rotation on his right side, he had pain, not on his left side. He also, the most pain he had on his right side was abducting his arm with the palm pronated, is what he said he couldn't do, and he couldn't move his arm up. The workouts, the muscles that I'm going to target are going to be the deltoid, the trapezius, the biceps, the triceps, and of course the rotator muscles. And target movements especially are going to be internal and external rotation. As you can see here, here's where some of the rotator cuff muscles are, and then obviously internal and external rotation in front of you and up and abducted over here. To start off these workouts, we did just some stretching of the shoulders. Didn't get deep pictures of it, but just across the body and then behind the head. We did this for both sides. To start off the workout, we did get these to work. To start off the workout, we did these pendulum swings with a 5-pound dumbbell. We didn't want to overload too much on weight. I had him go in circles back and forth and side to side, and that just targeted muscles. And then we did internal and external rotation with a resistance band. We chose a fairly light resistance band, especially at first, because we don't want to go hard, especially because he's already injured. And we did each of these 8 on each side. And then the next one that we did to target, and then these are the other ones, we did some tricep extensions. Again, 8 of these. We used 5-pound dumbbells, it's what we had, not too heavy. And then we did these adduction, bringing the arms in to kind of get some of those pec muscles and just work on range of motion with some weight. And then the last one that we did was a bicep or a bench press with the dumbbell to target those deltoids, get bicep, good shoulder movement, and good shoulder exercise with strengthening. And then we ended each workout again with just the same stretches. The workouts, we really wanted to keep them fairly light. to slowly strengthen the muscles because he already is injured and you don't want to create any further injury. But you still want to improve range of motion to and decrease pain to improve your function. Afterwards, the tests were still all the same, but he could abduct his arm with his palm pronated further and have less pain, which helps with the success of the program. Um, Overall, rotator cuffs can heal on their own, but surgery is very, very common. Strengthening the muscles around the rotator cuff and your shoulder muscles can help you maintain function, which can give you more time for the rotator cuff to heal on its own or delay the surgery. So, if you have a busy few months coming up, you can like do some strengthening and do your surgery later. This can also again work as a prehab to potentially reduce time after a rotator cuff repair. So do this for a few weeks before you have rotator cuff surgery, and then hopefully your recovery time would be later. Preventing rotator cuff injuries is very important as people get older, especially, so they can reduce the risk of needing a surgery, and you can also maintain the function of the shoulder. Rotator cuffs can be injured either as an acute injury, like you fall on an outstretched hand and do something and it tears your rotator cuff, but most commonly, I think, is a chronic injury or just degenerating over time, which is especially why you see it more in an older population and not so much in younger people.